First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, honor due unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the to the apostle Els, a great millstone. Enough respect to the brothers teaching and preaching the truth all over the Lord worldwide. Coming back at you with another lesson. We're gonna go on, to a lesson. It's talking about our enemies. And for you Israelites, just newly waking up to the truth, you have to understand that we have enemies. And our enemies are those that are from the other nations. Every nation that is not of Israel is basically considered an enemy. Because all the other nations, they have benefited off our downfall. They benefited off us not knowing who we are. And our enemies are soon they're going to be brought down to a lower state. Because our enemies are doing everything, to keep us from waking up to the truth and from returning back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Because when you understand the scriptures, you understand that we have enemies. And our enemies, they do not want us to return back to our power. Because if Israel as a whole return back to their power, our enemies know that they are going to be at a lower state. They're going to be back into a servitude state. And that's the state that they don't want to be in. So what our enemies doing, they always plotting and scheming, to keep us at the bottom. But, by our enemies are going to be cut off, as it said, according to the scriptures. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. And this is Psalms, the 37th chapter. And we're going to start at the first verse. It said, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the work of iniquity." And as right now, you're saying that our enemies are on top, and you thinking in your mind that our enemies are winning. Because they're on top, and and they're not being punished like we are. The curses, they're not experiencing the full blown of the curses like we are, and all these other things. And once you see that, it makes you envious, of the workers of iniquity, man. It make you bitter and angry because you seeing them, they're prospering. They ain't respecting Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. But you seeing them prospering, you seeing them on top, and just like they're not going to be punished. But we got news for you. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, he's going to punish our enemies, man. And let's get that real quick. We're going to get Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. Because the curses that are upon us, it's going to fall upon our enemies. Because our enemies are going to get punished just like we were, man. And this is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. It reads, "And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." And you see that our enemies, they constantly persecute us. They constantly accusing us of stuff that they've been doing, man. They constantly, have stage events, but then there's some way, somehow, we're trying to put it upon the Israelites, you so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans. And it seems like that our enemies are not getting punished, for the stuff that they are doing. But nevertheless, though, according to the scriptures, these curses that's upon us because of our disobedience, it's going to fall upon our enemies. Because our enemies, at a point in time that they feel as though that they're that they are living righteous and we the one that live wicked, but that's not so. Because of if you understand the scriptures, you understand that that's part of prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Because of the curses, that upon us, it's an indicator that we are the chosen people of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But we see that the curses is slowly coming off us. You know what I'm saying? Off the Most High chosen people. But in that night, it started coming upon our enemies. As the scripture said, and these curses shall fall upon our enemies, upon them that hate thee and persecute thee. That's Deuteronomy 30:7. And we're seeing that these curses are falling upon our enemies because our enemies have to pay for the things that they have done against the Lord's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to get off the hook. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be able to get off the hook. That you know what I'm saying? They're going to continue to be at the, you know what I'm saying? They're going to face, the harsh reality, man. Because guess what? They're going to be at, they're going to be at the bottom in the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why, Yahweh Shem Shad, said through David, Psalm 37:1, we're going to read it again. It said, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Our enemies are going to be cut down. They're going to be cut down out of rulership. They're going to be cut down, being above us. Why? Because it's part of prophecy. Our enemies are going to be taken down. They're going to be taken down because this is part of prophecy. Our enemies, they had their time, they had their reign, they had their rulership. But when the kingdom of heaven is established, they're gonna go back. They're gonna go back into that servitude, being a servant, man. And our enemies, they know the scripture, they know this, this is part of their punishment. They're gonna be serving the same people. They're gonna serve those same people that they put, they had in bondage. You know what I'm saying? Which is the Israelite, which consists of you Black, Latinos, Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? And we're finna get another scripture to prove that point, because those that held us in captivity, according to Revelation chapter 13, verse 10, they're gonna go into captivity, man. And we all know that's Esau, Edom, but also the other nation, they played a part in our captivity too. You know what I'm saying? But not as much as Esau, Edom, but guess what? They played a part in it too. They benefited off of it too. And we're going to get the scripture. This is Revelation chapter 13. We're going to start at verse 9. It said, any man have an ear, let him hear. And the point right here is in verse 10. It said, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. He is the patient in the faith of the saints. We know that's talking about Esau, even so-called white man. He led us into captivity. But however, the other nations, they played a part in it too. You know what I'm saying? In that captivity. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? You had the Hamites played a part in that captivity too, because they the one that turned us into Esau, even so-called white man. You can read that in Acts chapter 1, verse 9. Let's just pull that up, because these other nations, they played a part in it too. You know what I'm saying? These other nations, they played a part in our downfall as well, and they're not going to, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to get a free pass. You know what I'm saying? Amos locking for that. If I did say Acts, Amos locking. Chapter 1, verse 9, and this is talking about the Hamites. You know what I'm saying? And they played a part in our captivity as well, as well as the other nations, but we're going to read about the Hamites, which, they said Tyrus. For thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgression of Tyrus, which are Hamites, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they deliver up the whole captivity to Edom, and remember not the brotherly covenant. They gave us the Esau, Edom, so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? Because they was the ones that rounded us up, and rounded our forefathers up, and they gave them over to the Edomites for slavery, man. You know what I'm saying? And for you so-called, African Americans out there, you talking about you associate yourself with these so-called Hamites, these Africans, them are not your people, man, because these are the same people that held rounding you up into slavery, man. They put your forefathers in slavery. They helped the Edomites to round you up with the so-called white man. They helped them round you up and put you into slavery. You know what I'm saying? And all these other nations played a part in that, and we're going to get that scripture. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get the scripture of all scripture, which is Psalms the 83rd chapter. You know what I'm saying? Because these other nations, they played a part in it too. They're not getting no free pass. We talk about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Yeah, he's the biggest component of all of them. But guess what? All these other nations, they played a part in it too. You know what I'm saying? This is Psalms the 83rd chapter. We're going to go ahead and start at the top. And it reads, keep not thy silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hated thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off of being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more remembered. Who was that? These other nations. These other nations played a part. And they also they also said in those foreign council meetings over there at the European Union, man. They said in these meetings, and get what their whole agenda about. It's about cutting off you Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we got Israel scattered throughout the four corners of the globe, and their whole agenda is to cut off the name of Israel. You know what I'm saying? That's always been their whole agenda. Because guess what? They want their name to be cut off. They want the nation of Israel to be cut off. Especially, they talking about this new world order. You know what I'm saying? They don't want no Israelites being a part of that new world order. You know what they want to cut off the name of Israel. As it said in verse 4. I'm gonna read again. They have said, come and let us cut them off of being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. And who consulted together one consent? All the nations that are not Israel. They came under one umbrella. And basically they whole agenda is to cut off the name of Israel. Why? Because the name of Israel, the Israelites are Yahweh Shema Shah's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? They want to cut them off, man. They come together one consent and cut off the name of Yahweh Shema Shah, his people, which are the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why we tell you don't envy these people, man. Don't envy our enemies, because they're going to be cut down, man. As it said in Psalms 37 verse 2, they're going to be cut down. And they're going to be cut down because Yahweh Shema Shah is going to cut them down, man. He's going to take Esau, Edom out of power. And in a way, he's going to take down the other nations that are confederate with Esau, Edom, man. And anybody that's confederate with Esau, Edom, they're gonna get put down as well, man. Because guess what? When Yahweh shall return with the host of heaven, which are the angels, he's gonna take these people out of power, man. You know what I'm saying? All these nations that there was joined unto Esau, Edom, they gonna get put down as well, man. Because when Yahweh shall come back, he's coming back to rule, man. He's gonna come back to rule in righteousness, and he's not gonna meet these other nations as a man, as it says in Isaiah 47:3. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna come and take these nations out of power, and mainly Babylon the Great. Which is ruled by Esau, Edom. His rulership is gonna come down, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why they want to cut off the name of Israel, because they figure if they can cut off the name of Israel, that will help them to be on top, and that will prevent Yahweh from coming back. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? That's not going to be the case at all, because Yahweh Shema Shah is going to shut that down real quick, man. These other nations thinking that they're going to just, they're going to be ruling forever, especially Esau, Edom, because in Proverbs, I believe, it said it's inward thought that they how shall continue forever. But guess what? Their house is not going to continue forever because Yahweh Hashem Shah said in 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9 that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Any heathen rulership is going to be taken down, man. Especially these other nations, they're going to be taken down and they're going to be placed in servitude state, man. They're going to serve the Israelites, which is you so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans in the kingdom of heaven, man, and all the Israelites that are scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. You know what I'm saying? These other nations are going to serve you, man. They're going to serve you in the kingdom. And that's all there is to it. That's the reason why these heathen rage. And they imagine vain things. They imagine that they're going to get their new world order off the ground. They're going to imagine, and we read Psalm the 83rd chapter, is to cut off the name of Israel because these nations, they hate the Israelites. They hate you, so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans. Why? They hate you because they know that you are the chosen people of Yahweh Hashem Shah. And Yahweh Hashem Shah, he only loves you. He doesn't love the other nations. As you read in Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 17, it goes into that, all these other nations are as nothing. They count unto him less than nothing in vanity. Meaning that these other nations, the Most High don't care about these other nations. He's letting that he does not care about these other nations. These other nations are going to go down, man. And these other nations, they're going to be brought to a lower state. Especially Esau, Edom, so-called white man, he's going to be brought to a real lower state. That's the reason why they're in a hurry to push this new world order off the ground. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they only have a short time. That's in Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Let's just get it because this devil know he only has a short time, man. You know what I'm saying? He only has a short time. And that's just what it is. Let's just get it. Revelation 12 and 12. You know what I'm saying? Because these nations, they going to be cut down. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why they hate the Most High and they hate you Israelites because they hate the Israelites because they know that the same people that they have been ruling over, been mistreating and killing and all this stuff and all the wrong treatment that the Israelites get, them same people going to be ruling over them in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And this is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, it said, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knows he has but a short time, and the devil know they only have a short time to rule. We was talking about Esau, even so-called white man, because he's mad and upset because his kingdom is coming to an end. And that's really why he pushing this mass scene, and he riding out this CVA 19. And that's the reason why he, he's trying to make it mandatory for you to take it because it's going to lead up to you taking the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. And this verse 13 said, when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child, which the dragon is talking about Esau, Edom. He's going to be cast out of rulership, and he's mad and upset because he know he has but a short time. And who's that woman he persecuting? That's the Israelites. And who's the man-child? Talking about Yahweh. And they know that Yahweh is coming back. And he's going to come back with a vengeance. And he's going to come and take them out of power. And those who join among Esau, Edom. And Esau, Edom, they know this. They know that Yahweh is coming back with a vengeance. And he's going to take them out of power, man. That's the reason why he passing all the draconian laws. He want to pass all this legislation to take down the Israelites, these so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans. But guess what? That's not going to work because Yahushua going to come back. He's going to deliver up the elect. And he's still going to take these devils out of power. He's still going to take those that don't believe in him, especially the 2/3 that didn't believe in him. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to know a death by pain, as it said in the scriptures. But nevertheless, though, our enemies, the ones that hate Yahweh Hashem Shah and they hate, his chosen people, which are the Israelites, they're going to be taken down, man. They're going to be cut down. They're going to be cut off. You know what I'm saying? Because you mess with the Most High chosen people, it said, I believe in Zechariah, he that touches you touches the apple of his eye, man. You know what I'm saying? He touches people, he touches the apple of his eye. And you're not going to get by with that. You're not going to get away with that. And our enemies know that. That's the reason why they they pushing this new world order, and they want to cut off the name of Israel. But let's get another scripture showing that this thing is not gonna work, man. Because in the book of Job, I believe it's 5:12. You know what I'm saying? We'll just get it. He said something to the effect that he's gonna disappoint the devices of the crafty, man. You know what I'm saying? They new world order and all the stuff that they doing to trying to keep your house out of combat is not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And this is Job chapter 5:12, and it reads, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried heads on. And guess what? He gonna take the wise in their own craftiness. Talking about the wise of of this wicked, man. You know, the wicked, you know, according to scripture, they wise and dame, but Yahweh Shem out shop. He gonna take them in their own craftiness. He gonna take them in they, you know what I'm saying, they gonna think they got their new world order out the ground. You know, as the scripture say, you know, he gonna cast his wrath upon them while they eat, you know, roughly paraphrase, meaning that they believe they got their new world order out the ground. They believe that everything gonna be A-OK. They believe that they winning and all this stuff. But guess what? At the end of the day, Yahweh Shem outside gonna take them in their own crafting, man. He's gonna disappoint their devices, man. He gonna disappoint them, and they new world order, all the things that they done is not gonna prosper. You know, especially among the elect of Israel, it's not gonna prosper at all, because Yahweh is gonna return. He's gonna shut that down real quick, fast, in a hurry, man. And that's the reason why we tell you that, you know what I'm saying, don't be envious of the workers of iniquity. Don't be envious of these people that are working wickedness, and that they are doing things that are not pleasing to Yahweh Shem outside. Don't even worry about them, man, because their time is coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Their time is coming. You know what I'm saying? And all the stuff that they do, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh Shem outside is gonna shut that down, man. Let's get Job 14:5, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, this goes out to Esau, Edom, as well as the other nations. Let's get it. You know, Job chapter 14:5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined." Who days? Esau, Edom, so-called white man. You know, also these other nations as well. The numbers of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. You know, Esau, Edom got a certain time period that he's gonna be taking out of power, and all these nations that join on with him, man, they're gonna be taken down. They're gonna be taken out of power, and they're gonna be brought back down to a servitude state, man. Which we know that this main scriptures talking about Esau, Edom, so-called white man, but you could put the other heathen nations into it as well, because they, you know, they join with him, man. You know what I'm saying? They join unto him, and these nations gonna be taken out of power. You know what I'm saying? Whether Esau, they're going to be taken out of power. That's the reason why they in the hurry to pass all these draconian laws, and they in the hurry to pass it to get this new world order out the ground, because they know they only have a short time, you know, to fulfill their agenda. And then you know that Yahweh is going to come back. He's going to take them out of power, man. So guess what? At the end of the day, don't fret yourself because of the evildoers, man. Because guess what? As scripture said in Psalm 37:2, man, they're gonna be cut off, man. They're gonna be cut off, and they're gonna wither as a green herb, man. They're gonna be cut down like grass, and they're gonna wither as a green herb. You know, slacking for that, because these nations gonna be taken out of power, man. Yahweh Shem outside is gonna take them down, man. And anybody that's joining up to them, if you join up to Esau, Edom, and you want to help him with his agenda, guess what? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna take you down as well, man. You're gonna be taken down. You're gonna be caught up in this drought, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be envious of the workers of iniquity, man. Don't be joined up to them, because guess what? You join up to them, you're an enemy of the Yahweh Shem al Shah. And guess what? In the midst of the overthrow, guess what? You're gonna be in it as well. That's why I tell you, Israelites to repent and turn back to Yahweh Shem al Shah. And get out of these Christian churches, man. You know, get from among these other nations, man. You know, turn away from your wickedness and turn back to Yahweh Shem al Shah, man. And stop wanting to be like the wicked, man. And start living want to be like your house, y'all, man. Your big brother, your house, y'all. You know, and I pray that the lesson will edify. I want to give all praise, glory, honor, due unto Yahweh, Shemi Shah, Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders, a great millstone. Another respect to the brothers teaching and preaching the truth all over the globe worldwide. See you again with another lesson real soon. Yahweh willing, Shalom, Abba Ball, and Kwame Yasharala. Shalom.